Hi everybody, I've got another unboxing to share with you guys today, and this one that I purchased, I'm selling another bag for this one because I know it seems to be like one item after another, but I'll tell you guys after you see this which one I'm selling. So as you can see, it comes in this beautiful black box, magnetic closure. And as you can tell with the black tissue paper, that it's going to be a classic, right? Yes, but you don't know what color yet, and this might be a surprise color if you've been watching my videos. It's not one that I usually gravitate towards, but I'll explain why. Yes, that was a little peek. It's black. But this time it's a small size. Not a mini, not a medium large, but the small size that is, I think, rare to find. And when I found out that the combination of the caviar black with the gold was available, I had to jump on it. Now, you never know which type of caviar you get, so I have to admit that this is not the caviar I was looking for. This is definitely more of a flat caviar. It's smooth, it's shiny, and when I think of caviar, I like it to be somewhat rough and more pebbled. So this is not exactly what I had hoped for, but it's a small size, and I'm not sure when I'll be able to get another one. And I really do like this size. I prefer it over a mini bag. In fact, I may do a video just on mini bags, and I'm thinking of selling all of them with the exception of a few that I think are really great bags for just going out at night. But if you want a small size bag that's like an everyday bag, this to me is great. I know there's also the medium large, but this one just sits nicer on my shoulder. I like the length of the chain. It's very comfortable. If I want to downsize to what I'm comfortable as far as my wallet and my cash, things like that, this one will fit everything just fine, and it's smaller than the medium large. So this to me is my mini bag, I guess you can say. You can't do crossbody unless you want to be a little bit uncomfortable. You could, but I just not a big deal for me. The mini bags, when you wear them crossbody, for me they kind of flap around. The chain's kind of long. Anyways, this I'm really happy with the size of this. I just wish that the caviar was a little bit different. Also, this inside pocket, I'll show you what happens next, and hopefully if any of you guys have this size and a small size, you'll let me know this inside pocket if it curls easily, because this one's doing that. Here's a little close up of the caviar. You see the shine on it. So yeah, it's shiny, it's soft. I was very disappointed. On the sides, it's a little bit I don't want to say squished, but if you look on the sides here, it kind of tapers in. But they told me it's a brand new unit. It just came in, that it's never been displayed, hasn't been used, but I don't know why. To me, it feels a little bit like it has. This is the leather I was looking for. As you can see, it's just a little bit more rough, and you can see the caviar better. So yeah, that's not the caviar I got, but if I want to wait for another price increase, I don't know. I don't even know if they'll make another one. I also like how the back is not wrinkling like some of the bags. When you open them, they get that big crease on the back. This one seems to be doing well. So it's got some things I really like about it. Also the lock here on the side, it looks like it's pushing out on the lock. I don't know if that's normal either. I sent pictures to my sales rep, and she said she doesn't see anything wrong with it. But you guys tell me what you think. Right here where the lock is, it's pulling a little bit. Do you see that? it's pulling away from the flap, which might not be a bad thing because we want flatten the quilt on the inside of the bag, but I haven't noticed anything like this in my other bags. I'm keeping this bag, so I'm okay with it, but I would really love to get your opinion if anybody has a small size bag, and let me know if this looks normal to you, and if the inside of the flap curls or not, and I'll show that to you in a few pictures a little bit later. I'm still trying to inspect this bag and kind of take it all in. I wanted a black with gold, but I didn't want a jumbo because it's heavy. And the medium large, I have to be honest, I don't like the front flap because the line of the flap is straight. And I was a little bit surprised how this small is kind of curls, not curls, but curves on the front flap. And I really like the curve. That's why I like the shape of the jumbo so much. Here is a mini. This is my So Black mini. Now I wish I got them all in small size or medium large, but they don't make them anymore. And I really love this leather of the So Black. So this is one of the minis I'm probably not going to let go. I may, but I don't think so because it's the only one I have in this leather. But I'm just showing you guys a little comparison. There are tons of videos actually out there where they compare sizes. I'm not sure if this is helpful for anybody. I kind of did this for myself so I can see the difference between the two. And there is a significant difference between the small and the mini. I definitely prefer the small size, no doubt. You can see it's taller, it's wider, it will fit more than the mini. I had some people say that the mini and the medium large fit the same. It's not true. If the small fits more than the mini, I can't imagine how a medium large would fit the same thing as a mini. It's just not the case. For example, this flat card holder pouch, flat pouch, I think is what it's called, flat O case pouch. If I want to try to put it in the mini, it's not so comfortable. In fact, I can't even close the flap when I put it in there, and that was one of the reasons why I had purchased this item, was for my mini bags. I ended up selling this very recently since I had no use for it, and in fact that's what made me decide to perhaps sell most of my mini bags, as I really don't enjoy folding up my bills. To fit it inside the small flap, it easily slides in there, closes just fine, and I still have tons of other room. Sorry I didn't get a good aerial shot of that, but it's no problem. So yeah, it's definitely a better size than the mini. Next, I'm going to do a little size comparison next to each other, and this is another mini I don't want to sell. I know I said I want to sell most of them, and yet the ones I'm showing you are the ones I'm not going to sell. Yeah, here is my medium large. This is another bag I'm going to sell, actually, is my medium large. I'll explain that. And you can see the medium large is bigger. I didn't try to move my SLG from one to the other, but to see if the small is bigger or not, or if they fit the same, but I'm happy with what the small can hold. And here is the mini rectangular and the So Black. So medium large, small, mini rectangular, and then I've got my square chevron mini that I recently did a video on. So yeah, this is from small to large. I do have jumbo bags too, but for this video I just wanted all the smaller ones to be out here. So as you can see from the front, the medium large flap is flat. By the way, these corners, I've noticed, if you have a Chanel bag, check your corners, because it looks like the bottom right always tends to be a little bit off. A few of my bags are exactly the same way. Maybe it's just the way they have to make them. It turns out that way. The back is usually fine. but I thought that was interesting. So this is brand new, and it's still boxed up, and I'm going to sell it. I know. I don't use it. I'm not very crazy about the color for my wardrobe. It doesn't really match many of my clothes for my lifestyle. It is made in France. It is a beautiful bag, but I'm going to list it here pretty soon. So that's for sale. And this is my new bag that I absolutely love. It fits what I need it to fit, plus more. The only issue is this inside flap that curls a little bit. So I'm going to insert some pictures here now so you can see. If you can see right above where the button is, there's this odd looking dent almost. I have no idea how that happened. So over here it's not as bad, but it gets worse as I put my items in there, as I close the closure and fit everything in there. I've circled it here so you can see. So I don't know, I've never noticed this on any of my other flaps, and here it is here too. I think if you can see right above the button, it's just kind of made this little V, little indent. I have no idea where that's coming from. My salesperson is not helping me as far as figuring out what it is. She just says it's brand new. I don't know. So I'm not sure if that flap was a little bit too large for the inside. So when you fit stuff in there, and you close the flap, it does that. I have no idea. If any of you can help me with that or figure out what it is, I'd really appreciate it. But the bag I'm going to sell to replace this with is this one, my Caviar boy bag with shiny light gold hardware. Guys, I have not used this since I did the unboxing last year. So it's just, I don't go for it. If I want a black bag, I don't go after this one. And I think you guys saw what happened with my other boy bag, so I've just kind of held off. And it's beautiful. It still has a protective sticker on it, but I'm not going to keep it. So anyone interested, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I do have lots more interesting, exciting videos coming up, so please subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you for watching.